go ahead and pop this thing out of the box here. So you've got your standard packaging that most optics have. The interesting thing about these optics are they have a checklist where somebody obviously tests or allegedly tests them and stamps all this different stuff, which is kind of neat. Again, another one of those where they actually, let's see, like shows vertical impact shift, travel, you know, horizontal and all this tracking, and it says a percentage there. So, you know, they say they test all that. You know, whether or not they actually do or not is impossible to know, but they do. You can tell that it is pretty much hand stamped there. So got a cleaning cloth, sunshade. I actually have a set of rings here too. Now, when I reached out to Discovery, I had asked them to send me a couple different sets of rings. So I've got the 6061 series, 1.26 inches. They also sent me the 7075 series, which I believe this is the higher end series at, I think I can get away with 0.97 inch height. And then they sent me another set of the 6061 at 1.26. So they wanted me to kind of talk about the different types of rings. These rings looked really neat. I believe this is their kind of updated version. They are anodized on the outside or whatever coating they have, but on the inside you can see they're precision reamed, so there's no coating on the inside. So interested, we'll pop these open. We'll probably do a video about these 3 sets of rings eventually, but I think we're going to use the 7075 0.97 height if we can, if they'll fit on my my rig there. All right, so we pull the optic out of the package here. It's a pretty bulky optic. It's a big optic. It's not a hunting optic per se. This is more of a, you know, precision rifle type deal, which is what I'm looking for. As we see, we have nice, actually really what seems like really nice scope caps. Obviously, we'll have to use them a little bit. We've got a throw lever there, and again, we have 5 to 30, which is a pretty sweet magnification rate. So it'll be interested to go ahead and check that out. Now, turrets, pretty big, bulky turrets, similar to the Arc and stuff as far as the size go. 0 stop, 0.1 MRAD, and then again, they've got tracking guaranteed on there, and same thing with the windage turret there. Let's see, we also have illumination, don't we? Yes. So let's get a close-up. Everybody wants to know how tactile and audible these clicks are. Right, they're quite obvious. I mean, honestly, I don't see any way to improve these or anything like that. They're clicky. Windage is the same way. Right, so they're clicky. They're just like you'd expect. Got a nice big, see if we can get that there. We've got a nice big parallax, and then we have illumination. So I don't know, I'll have to look through this and see if there's a battery in this. So let me get this thing mounted up and we'll do a little bit more talking about that. But initial impressions are good, feels just like the 5 to 25 I had, which, you know, I was impressed with it. That's why I wanted to check out this one. This one's a little bit more affordable and it's got a little bit more mag.
To give you an idea, you know, I'm looking through the optic at a paper target at 100 yards, and I can see we're at 30 power here. I can clearly see each bullet hole, and I can also see where I've written the group size there in both MOA and in inch. So as you probably can't read it, but I can read 1.39 inches and 0.45. So again, glass quality in broad daylight at 100 yards looks pretty good. I don't see any issues with it. At 30 power, it's very usable, and you know, the reticle's nice. You can see that center dot is, you know, less than a ½ inch, because that center dot, the white part of that center dot there, is at 1/2 inch.